Okay, Caleb, come sit with me just for a minute if you don't mind. We need to talk about some things just real quick. Today, you had 2 write-ups in 2 different classes. And we just need to talk about it and see, what is going on. In Miss Mason's class, it says that you were walking around bothering other students. You threw an empty water bottle that actually hit Carlos in the head. And then in Miss Johnson's class, you wouldn't do your assignment and you were picking on the other students while they were trying to do their work. So tell me what's going on. Why are you having difficulty staying in your seat, difficulty minding your own business, and difficulty not doing your own work? What's going on in your life? You don't know. Don't have a clue? Any idea? Are there people in your classes that you don't get along with? How often do you get in trouble in class? Like, this is the third time that I've gotten notice of it. But until it gets to this point, I'm sure there's been other times. So how often do you have that kind of trouble? Well, I understand what you're saying. But I need you to help me to understand something. Because there's a reason that you can't stay in your seat, that you're getting in everybody else's business. Are you bored? I know that you've got ADHD and you have a hard time focusing. I got that. I understand. Do you feel like, because I'll be honest with you again, I was looking at your report card and your grades. And Caleb, it's a 0, 11, 17, and that's in 3 different classes alone. That's not just in one class. So I need to know what it is. Do you feel like you're just unable to gain control? You can't catch up, and so just help me to understand. Okay. You feel like, what's the use because it's too much? Well, okay. We can work with that. I need to share with you something, though. I am concerned for a couple of reasons. For one thing, you can't disrupt the class. For one thing, you're driving teachers crazy. The other thing is you're not learning, and you're prohibiting the others from learning in class. They're not going to want to do their work if you're not doing yours. And I want to tell you something, Caleb. I care about you. And there are a lot of teachers that love you. But I'm going to be honest, no one loves you more than I do. And just to tell you the truth, the future is not looking good. For one thing, if you don't graduate, you're not going to be able to get a good job. And if you drop out of school, that's a whole different path. Even statistics tell us that kids that drop out of school or they don't do good in school, they have a hard time finding their place in the job market. And then you start looking for other avenues to gain income. You get in trouble. And to be honest with you, it's a straight line to jail. And I do not want to see that happen. And the good thing is, it doesn't have to. I know in the past we've talked about your part-time job that you've got working at Revival Pizza, and I'm going to take a stab at it. But I bet that you're a very good worker. I think you take your job seriously. I thought you did. I think you really do. I think you do a good job. And I've talked to your teachers trying to understand what's going on. And you know what they say? They say Caleb is not dumb. You're very capable of making good grades, of learning your material. So Caleb, I want to help you accomplish what you want in life, and I want to give you the best life. And the good news is that although this is a cloud right now, you have got great opportunity to fix this. But you've got to fix it right now because you're at a tipping point. You're 17. We've got to get this fixed. We've got to get your grades caught up so that you can graduate, so that you can get a job. Okay? So what do you think what is it that you feel in your heart that you want to do with your life? What do you want to do after high school? Just take your time and think. So you think you might want to be a tattoo artist. You want to create. Okay. All right. I can help you. I can't help you do tattoos, but I can help you get to that point. Let's put it that way. So what I'm hearing from you is that you don't necessarily want to go to college or a university or anything like that. I got you. Okay. Here's something I want you to keep in mind. When you're going to do something very creative like that, it's important to keep in mind what is my hobby and what is my career. And this is why. If you have a career, you're able to fund and sustain life while you do your hobby. And then if your tattooing takes off, you can do that. But until it does, at least you have a way to provide for yourself, your family, or whatever. So, is there anything that we can do, and how can I help you attain that diploma? Let me give you an option. There is something called Jumpstart, and you'll have more of an opportunity to do hands-on activities. For example, and you may not be interested in this, but for example, agri-science. If you choose that path, they will eventually teach you how to do welding, and you would have that under your belt. Does that interest you at all? It does. Okay. How do you sign up for the welding class? Well, now here's the catch. Doing welding and things like that out there in the shop is dangerous, and they are not going to put up with any horseplay. They will kick you out in a heartbeat because it's not a safe place, and they have to have safety standards in place, and you have to act like an adult. You can do that. You can do that. And so we're going to have to learn to behave in class, or like I said, they're not going to put up with horseplay. It's just not a safe place for that. If this is not something that you want to do, I need you to tell me. Okay? You want to do that? Okay, we can do this. Here's what we're going to do then. You've got to get caught up in your classes. They're going to have to adjust your schedule. You're going to have to concentrate. You sit at the front of the classroom as much as you can, because we do know you've got ADHD. I mean, we're not diagnosing anything, that's already there. So take steps to stay within your parameters in that. This is going to take out your geometry class, and it's going to replace it with a business math, which is something I think you're going to find very interesting. And then we're going to get you back on track and get you out of school and on with life, because I know that's what you want to do, and I know you can do a good job at it. The thing is, if we intentionally adhere to the plan, you're going to have better grades. You're going to have a greater self-esteem, and hopefully you're going to leave others alone. Right? Okay, but here's the deal. I want you to do what you enjoy doing. And if all of this does not work out and something is wrong, you know what we're going to do? We're going to come back, we're going to look at it and reevaluate the plan and change things up and go from there. Okay? If you're having a hard time in your classes, you can't behave, we can reevaluate and see if possibly we can remove you from the people who are causing you the problem. If you can't control and regulate your emotions, whatever that might be. But I'm here to help you. And I trust that you're going to do great if we can intentionally learn to do a good job in our classes, so that you can do those things that you want to do. And I think, I can see that you're very creative. I think you'll do great at whatever it is you set your mind to. So it's just a matter of you setting your mind to it. And I intend on helping you do whatever you need to do to accomplish your goals. How about that? Do you have any questions? Okay, well, if this doesn't work, we'll come back and try again, but we'll use this plan for now.